Hi everybody, Alex and Jason here again for episode number 9 of Tackling Sports Sponsorship. Still got the Eagles jersey, still not happy about it, but what can I say?
Actually, 3 weeks later, I'm still wearing the Eagles jersey.
Yeah.
So
We're filming this in 2019 actually.
Yeah.
So following up, this is video film back to back in the next one. CES experience and now CES top 5 tips I think would be something that a lot of people Google. I Googled that before going to CES a bunch of times
Googled it too, yeah.
and found a lot of interesting stuff. So I thought now that we've experienced it, especially the fact that we experienced it on such short notice, having never done it before, I think may be able to give some valuable insight to people wanting to go next year. These tips are more so for people like us who just want to walk around and see what it's all about. You can be there in business, be there as a consumer. That doesn't really change anything, I think, but it's not so much from an exhibitor point of view.
Networking in general,
yeah.
you say?
Yeah, I'd say CES is a networking event.
Yep. Cool.
So number one, I think organizing before CES
Yep.
is something that we could have and probably should have done a bit more of. Once again, it was so last minute that we really didn't have the time. But what would you recommend doing before in terms of organization?
So I'm going to go on the other side of organizing where you don't want to schedule 100% of your time because, like we just said, there's so much opportunity to network and meet new people. And if you meet somebody on the first day and they're going to this private event, because there are events that are a little bit more private where you need invitations to, which we actually got invited to, which is nice. So keeping your schedule a little bit open, I would say booking about 30 to 40% of your time. That's something that we try to aim for. I know we did about 20, but most of the time I would say is, and I'm sure it'll go into your second point, where like if you're at the Sands Expo one day, try to book all of your appointments for the Sands Expo because you're not going to want to travel at all. Yeah.
So in terms of organization, I don't think people necessarily need to book meetings with everyone they want to see. It may just be shooting them an email saying, hey, I'll be at CES this day, just so that they have an idea and they're not expecting just a random consumer to pop up to their stall and say have to explain the whole product and stuff like that.
Something that helped to get people's cell phone numbers, I think is cool if you could put a cool graphic, get people's cell phone numbers. Because again, they're always on their phone. They're going to be meeting with people, but you could just text them, hey, this is Alex from Open Sponsorship. I'll be at your booth in 10 minutes. Where it doesn't need to be such a formal meeting. They'll give you the time. It's just, are they expecting it or not? Yeah,
and the last thing I think for organization is throughout the day, lots of different stuff goes on. I think events start at 9 a.m. in the morning. So people tend to be there between, say, 9 and 10, 10:30 the latest. But the atmosphere in the morning is really different from that in the afternoon. And then there are lots of events at night time. So I don't think it's only a 9 to 5 thing and then you go back to your hotel, to sleep.
No.
You do need the sleep, but I think you don't really have the opportunity to at CES. Expect there to be networking at dinner, after dinner, in nightclubs. It's just all over the place in CES.
I don't remember us sleeping once. So it's more like you're still in Vegas.
Exactly,
it is networking. When you go out, it's still networking.
Yeah.
You go to an Iggy Azalea concert, you're making networking appointments. So again, it's kind of always being on your game. And I'd probably say sleep as much as you can the week before. Because you're going to be doing stuff. Hopefully, if you're doing it right, you're going to be doing stuff all the time.
So tip number 2, I think, would be to focus on areas that matter. CES is a super, super big, super overwhelming conference with thousands of people, thousands of booths, hundreds of thousands of people actually. So you can get lost and sidetracked really easily. So if you're going as a brand and like we were focusing more on sport tech and stuff that we can work with, going to visit the big automotive companies and things like that is super cool, but is a bit of a waste of time. So if as a consumer you know that you want to visit other stuff, maybe set aside half a day and go all out and just have fun, see things you want to see. But I think focusing on areas that matter would make a big difference in the long run.
Like the Las Vegas Convention Center we went to, that's probably where, just for you guys to know, all the bigger companies, so the Intel, the Ford, all the automotive companies, where it's really cool tech, but it's not companies where it's people going to be just hired there as specialists demoing products. It's not going to be the CEOs, the marketing managers, the people that you want to speak with and you want to get those relationships with. They're not going to be at those big companies. So we focused, we were at the Sports Zone for 3 out of the 5 days at least. We went to the convention center one day, and then we were kind of just walking around the other days, switching back and forth.
So make sure to narrow it down a little bit more. So tip number 3 would be to talk to as many people as possible. We just said to focus on an area, now we're saying to talk to as many people as possible. So it might seem counterintuitive, but I think what we really mean by that is don't spend all day in 2-3 meetings. If you're like us, just talk to as many people as possible. No one's going to be signing business contracts at CES. Not for the most part, not the small guys that are there exhibiting. People are there just to meet people and network. So take 10, 15 minutes per stall, if that's what you need. But just, going to stall by stall by stall, one by one, I think it's a great way to meet people and network and and have a great time as well.
Yeah, I think you mean stall by booth, right?
Yeah.
You're not in the bathroom meeting people different at the
No,
stalls.
yeah,
but I
so
know what
it's-
you're saying. I just love your accent. So yeah, the going to different booths are awesome, and not being scared, even if it is 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Going in, like I met this one company called the Rocking Bed, which was really cool, where it was a bed rocking back and forth. And we've done a lot in sleep, which is great, of course. But then
Yeah.
another opportunity is like, this is cool. Like, how does this work?
Yeah.
The people exhibiting there, they're there because they want people to stop by their booth. So if you go, you stop by their booth, go in inquisitive, and it'll be really helpful. Because again, you never know who you're going to speak with.
Exactly.
So,
and at the end of the day, no offense to you guys, but no one's probably going to remember who you are. I know a lot of people I spoke to had no idea who I was, but you've got their business card, you've got an idea of what they do, and then you can shoot them an email 1 or 2 weeks after CS and say, hey, had a great chat, this is who we are, and then get on hop on a phone call or whatever and have that real meaningful chat.
Definitely. Even if that person isn't so helpful to you, they can know somebody that's super helpful. And that happened, oh my God, that happened all the time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh my God, my friend would love this product.
Exactly.
You should speak with them. So
So let's move on to tip number 4, I think is a bit more of a practical one. Wear comfortable clothes.
Yeah.
It's a tech conference. No offense to tech people, but they're not, not there in suits all the time. I know a lot of guys who are exhibiting or giving talks like to wear suits and ties, but don't feel pressured into dressing super smart, especially if you're walking around all day. We ended up just wearing jeans and sneakers.
I wore my open sponsorship shirt. We had 2 of them. I wore them all 5 days. So,
but an open sponsorship shirt is very smart, high-end apparel. So
I agree. It is high-end apparel, but it is a polo for those of you again listening to the podcast who have no idea what it looks like. But yeah,
so it's dress comfortable.
100%. Walking shoes.
Yeah.
You're not going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to go there. I've been to dinners before where it's like, oh, I want to dress nice. There will be events where you should bring, a nice shirt, a nice blazer, but that's more for the nighttime. During the day, you want to be comfortable. You don't want it to be like 2, 3 o'clock and you're already done for the day. Your feet are killing you. If you wear comfortable shoes, I'm sure your feet will hurt a little bit. I know mine did, but by the end of the week, where again, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to want to speak with people. People aren't going to want to speak with you. You want to have that mindset, right? And nobody's not going to talk to you if you're wearing, let's say, even an Eagles jersey.
Exactly. Because it is, like we said, you're not getting super long hours of sleep, and it's a full-on week. So you want to be up and going in the morning and not be aching all over and complaining and needing that extra bit of time.
Exactly, like Alex was doing most of the week.
So tip number 5, I think another sort of more practical one: stay close to the strip.
Yes.
A lot of the expo centers are on the strip. On the Venetian, that's where the Sands Hall is. Las Vegas Convention Center is like 15-minute drive up the strip, but everything's in one, rough geographic area. Staying far away would be super inconvenient. Tons of traffic in the morning, like it's a mess. Getting around is so complicated. Ubers, it's a mess. I know there was a tram line, over rail, whatever they call it. Yeah. You can walk a lot, but it's just not easy getting around Vegas in CES. So staying right there where the expo is makes a big difference. If it can
be walking distance, that's ideal, obviously, because then you're not dependent on traffic. I mean, we were staying at the MGM, and it was probably a 7-minute drive to the Venetian, and it probably took us 25, 30 minutes to get there in the morning, and we left probably around 9:15, 9:30 every morning, so pretty early. If you're an early goer, you're going at like 7:30, I'm sure you won't have a problem, but if you're going at more than normal hours, 100% try to stay close as much as you can.
Great. So I think that sums about it. So thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Hope you got some insight about CES. We certainly had a great time and probably looking to go back next year. It was an amazing week.
Definitely.
Yes. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that, and talk to you guys soon in the next podcast.
See you guys.